Welcome to Retrobot, the YouTube channel where we feed a friendly space robot a diet of pure nostalgia. And we are enjoying our intro so much tonight that we're hearing it 1.5 times. So, welcome back. We've been sort of on a hiatus. We didn't do a live stream last week. We didn't do any short circuits last week. In fact, the last time that I was here, I was actually feeling pretty under the weather, but I was powering through. And the good news is that not that much has actually changed. I'm still feeling under the weather, and I've been getting advice from doctors, although this is not one of them. I've got a doctor here in the sense that he's got a stethoscope and a lab coat. And yes, I see. You've got a stethoscope and a lab coat. You know that, no, I'm not taking drugs that you offer just because you've got a lab coat. I'm just going to say that our YouTube channel does not recommend taking prescription drugs from robots that happen to find a lab coat. No, that does not count as a medical degree. That's actually just a stethoscope. So, excuse me, I see that Angry Vikings is here. Hello, Angry Vikings. So, hi. Oh, sorry. I know. It's just that I saw. I'm sorry. So, anyway, yeah, Monica's giving me. No, we're not at that point yet. So, but yeah, I'm still kind of pushing through. Fortunately, I took a dose of orange liquid, and that should get us through the evening without too much difficulty. So, tonight is a viewer request live stream, which means that I'm going to be talking about the stuff that you want me to talk about. Toys, games, whatever enters your head. Now, obviously, contrary to popular belief, we don't have everything. So, although in the Transformers world we do have a lot, in the He-Man world we have a lot. So in those areas, if you request something, we can probably pull something out that's at least tangentially related, if not the very thing that you ask for. But you can really ask about anything, ask about stuff that's in the background. We'll talk about just about anything. So, Monica, as always, is going to be monitoring the chat and post whatever toys that you're interested in me talking about in the chat, and then she'll make a list and try and find stuff and feed me stuff. So that's the plan. And so before we move on into that area of things, I figured that I would do a little show and tell of some of the stuff that I've gotten, mostly because my wife loves me and keeps me in toys. We've got, so over here, now you've seen this before. This is my Tiny Omega Supreme, and this is a third-party guy. I remember, I don't even remember what the name of him was, but I think that he's on the wall somewhere. But this is a third-party miniature Omega Supreme guy, and he actually came with a little Omega Supreme tank that's larger and has transforming parts. You see, it does stuff. And, once I saw that, it was like, okay, so this is not just a prop for this guy. This is part of a bigger whole, and I wanted to know what that bigger whole was. Well, my ever-loving wife, Monica, managed to find the larger hole, and that is this guy right here. His name is Huge Dragon. So let's go ahead and move some stuff around so you can take a look at this stuff. Excuse me. And so we've got Huge Dragon here, and he is a really, really awesome Omega Supreme figure. Now, so Monica was talking about a review that she read about this guy, and the reviewer was scathing. Just very, very unhappy. And my guess is that they probably ordered him. He was probably pricey, because third-party stuff usually is pretty pricey. And he saw really cool pictures and was expecting, like, you know, big Omega Supreme-sized guy. And instead, he got, and you know, it has the name Huge Dragon. So, you know, that's the implication of huge, but he's not really huge. He's a small guy. I mean, he's not dinky, but I would say that let's see. He's about 10 inches tall, like up to his wing. So, you know, certainly not the giant scale that maybe he was hoping for. And it seemed like once he saw that, once he was disappointed in the scale, that there was just no redeeming it. Now, obviously, because I could kind of imagine the scale based on this little tank, I already figured that this was about this big. And so when I got this, I was tickled pink. I mean, I dare say that this is one of the most exciting things that I've gotten as an early birthday present / please don't have a fever anymore present. So he does transform into an Omega Supreme style battle station with the rocket and everything. He's actually really, really cool. And so this is probably something that I'm going to do a Short Circuits video about soon, and we can talk about in the future. But he's really, really cool. I love it. I absolutely love it. And so that is a really, really cool thing. Let me set him down over here and try not to. By the way, I'm just going to throw this out to all of you, and by all of you, I actually kind of mean Rob, because Rob, you tend to. I love trying to stump you. So the little Omega Supreme guy came with this little medic droid. And I don't know what this is a reference to. So if you or anybody else knows what this is a reference to, please let me know in the chat, because it's really cool. It sort of reminds me of something that I would have seen in the Marvel comics, but I just can't place it. So there's that. Another really, really awesome thing that my ever-loving wife got for me is this. This is Magmatron. And Magmatron is a very, very unique Beast Wars character. He is a combiner. Now, each of his individual beast modes don't have their own robot modes. He is a guy who splits into 3 beasts, and he has some weapony things, like there's this plesiosaur shield or something, and oh yeah, he has a gun that's made out of a dinosaur throat. Oh yeah, this is a gun, and it's made out of the Allosaurus throat. But ever since I saw this guy in the Dreamwave Beast Wars comic, I thought, oh, he's cool. Oh my god, I never saw him before. Oh my gosh, I want him. And he's really hard to come by. So when, and you got this at D&E, didn't you? Okay, so once again, not that we get like kickbacks or anything. There's no, this is not a sponsorship, but I just have to shout out once again to our local vintage toy store, D&E Collectibles in Pittsburgh. they had this guy and let Monica buy him for a pretty reasonable price, wasn't it? Yeah, you got a good deal on him because he's super, super hard to find, and he's really super cool. So he's probably another one that you can look for us to talk about in the future. Magmatron, he's amazing. And then another one that we got at D&E, again, got an excellent deal on. We have the Siege. This was a Hasbro Selects. I think that this was the Hasbro Selects version of Refractor, which is only named Refractor for copyright reasons, because I guess they couldn't trademark Reflector. But this is the repaint of the 3 Reflector guys that has the individual robots painted to look like the original 3 Reflector robots. And this set was originally close to $90, and I didn't get it. I mean, honestly, I wanted it. I did. Yeah, I love the extra little parts like the flash and this grippy thing here and the viewfinder on top that really makes it look like a convincing camera. I mean, well, okay, a convincing camera, you know, it's not it's not terribly convincing, but this looks more like a real camera, whereas when you put the other 3 together, they're more camera-esque. And at this point, he's you know, pretty much, okay, yeah, he's definitely a camera. So I love the extra pieces, but after buying 3 of the exact same Siege figure, I just couldn't bring myself to spend another $90 to buy 3 more of the same figure, even though I love them so very, very much. So yeah, when we managed to get a deal on these guys, it was like, oh, yeah, we're doing that. So that's another thing. Keep your eyes open to see more about Refractor, Reflector, Spyro, Viewfinder, and I don't know, Flash Cube. I forget their names. I'm sorry. Like I said, I took the orange stuff before I did this live stream, and the orange stuff keeps the cough down and it keeps the fever down, but it also makes me just a little bit stupid. So we're going to see how this goes. It should be an adventure. So anyway, No, I can't remember its name. View Spyglass. Thank you, Rob. So, anyway, let's go ahead and let's talk about... Oh, wait, before we get started. Okay, so I was about to jump ahead again. I've got notes, and I should look at the notes, but I haven't been looking at the notes. Why am I not looking at the notes? Is it because I haven't taken your medicine? All right, here I go. I'm going to take medicine prescribed by an alien robot with a stethoscope. No, I'm not going to do that. That's terrible advice. We're not doing that. So, no, I'm sorry. You know what? I appreciate your help and your advice. I just don't want to mix medications. You understand. Okay, good. So, before we get started, let's toast everyone in the chat. And boy, we have a whole bunch of people. This is awesome. So let's see. Wait here. I've got, since I am fighting the seemingly incurable crud here, which, by the way, just to address the elephant in the room, it's not the big scary sea thing. Which I'm not even going to say on camera because then YouTube will, delete this video or something. But I've been tested 3 times in the last couple weeks for the big scary sea thing, and it has come up negative every time. So this is just like a summer flu, I guess. But nonetheless, let's Let's get some medicinal tea. Hot tea is good. I like hot tea. So, all right. So, a toast to... That's perfect. To Dawn, a.k.a. Brick. That's good right there. A toast to Rob, and wait, 2 toasts to Rob, because he's been dealing with tire tragedies. I bet that you are tired of all of this. See what I did there? I said he's tired. I'm sorry, Rob. I'm on cold medicine. I toast to Jonah Sieben, the newly crowned kingpin of pony pins. There you go, Jonah Sieben. And now I get to toast Angry Vikings. A toast to AJ Stinson. A toast to Chris Remley. A toast to Collini. Hello, Collini. A toast to Pirate Steven. Yarr. A toast to Starhound. A toast to Hope. And by the way, Hope, thank you for the card. I've got it right here. Everybody can see. We got cats with amazing hair. Thank you, Hope, and thank you for your very generous gift. I really appreciate it. A toast to Connie Field and Cadence. Thank you for joining us. I hope that you guys are enjoying your new place of residence. Ooh, exciting. And a toast to Tim Kangaroo. All right. It was I was noticing as I was toasting that I need to put extra effort into coordinating when I'm swinging this perfectly rounded cup, because the liquid inside just wants to kind of, anyway. So tonight's secret word, which isn't a secret, is collect. So I guess that means that it's secret collect for all those Strong Bad fans. Does anybody remember Homestar Runner, Secret Collect? Anyway, I've said it like 3 times, so I guess I have to drink 3 times. I feel inspired now, so... All right. So, let's get started with Monica's first request, and this is a good one. This is one that I haven't really touched in a while, but I should, because it's an awesome toy. Let's take a look. It is Transformers Animated Ultra Magnus, and this is a cool toy. I mean, look at this guy. This is such a great vehicle mode. He's like an armored personnel carrier or something like that. But he looks really good. And this is a case where, unlike a lot of the Transformers animated characters, his vehicle mode is surprisingly realistic in terms of the details. A lot of the animated stuff was much more swoopy and much more animated looking, both in the character form, the robot form, and the vehicle mode. But you see, with Ultra Magnus here, he's got all these rivets and hard edges, and so he looks a lot more believable. Obviously there's some stuff here that looks a little bit like, okay, I don't know what this part is, I don't know what these are, but overall he's got a really nice rugged vehicle mode that I love. And this was also at a time when it seemed like every Ultra Magnus was just a white repaint of Optimus Prime, which, you know, don't get me wrong, I loves me a good white repaint of Optimus Prime. But it was really nice to see an Ultra Magnus that was just Ultra Magnus, that was not related to Optimus Prime in any way and was just his own thing. So he does turn into a robot, and we're gonna do that. I haven't touched him in a long time, so all right, we're gonna do this. So he's got a weapon in here. This is the Magnus Hammer, and I'm gonna take that out first. It's kind of wedged in the back here. So let's just go ahead and we'll lift up these things, and we've got some, you know, they should come out. So AJ Stinson says, looks like an awesome custom Lego car. I love the design. A toast to AJ Stinson. Yeah, you know what? He does look like a custom Lego car. You know, he's got that very brick look, which is one of the things I like about it, because again, it kind of bridged that gap between the animated look and a realistic vehicle mode. So anyway, a toast to AJ Stinson. And somehow here, I guess. Oh, wait, here, there we go. So yeah, you just kind of split these, and this probably would have come out while I was transforming it anyway. But it's got this little snappy thing in here, and then you can extend the handle. And I believe, let's see, there's either a button. It's spring-loaded somehow. Let's see. Nope. I've had nights like this. Here, let's. Nope. No, wait. Okay, so somehow. Oh, wait. No. This thing pops out. I swear, it pops out somehow. And I don't know how it does. Okay, I'm going to ignore that for a moment, but it's a cool looking hammer. And we got him. Let's go ahead and open up the front. So we've got that, and then we've got these little gun things, which, by the way, in the vehicle mode, you know, you can totally do that, and then you can also do this, and you've got this slide thingy on the side here that makes these come out, and that's cool. And that, so, you know, before we go totally robot on him, he also has tons of weapons, which is super, super cool. I mean, yeah, that's neat. That's neat. It's just such a fun toy. So, all right, we're gonna move that stuff out of the way, and he's very solid, which is one of the reasons why I keep, you know, stalling, because I'm not sure exactly where to start. All right, so there's these things right here. We're gonna there. Yes. You pull. Okay, so you pull at the top and separate things out, and then that's going to free up a whole lot of stuff. So these are the shoulders. And then these all go to the legs, and they're on these kind of double jointed linkages right here and here. And now we can take the legs and we can fold them around like this. And notice how once you kind of get him started, then the rest becomes much easier, which all I can say about that is whew. So, we're gonna continue folding the legs around. We've got some feet inside here, so let's go ahead and we'll open the feet and open the feet. There we go. And then we have these wheels here, and those are also on sort of a double-hinged linkage thing. Here, maybe you can see it here, how it does that. So that's going to go around onto this side, and then this is going to fold around like that and collapse in. And look at what that does! It makes such a clean leg and a solid-looking leg. I mean, this is brilliant design at its finest. So let's do that again. So watch this. Okay, so we've got this whole piece here, and it's on this linkage thing, and we're just going to pop it out of this side of the leg. Come on, pop out of the leg. Come on, pop out. You can do it. You can. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. There we go. There we go. Okay, so it's going to pop out, and then it's going to move over to that side. And then here, it's going to fold around like that. And then, bam, you have robot legs. And then you can take these side panels, and I guess you can just kind of fold them up next to the leg, or you can fold them down like this. I'm not sure which way the instructions recommend. I think I'm going to have them down like that because I think I like that better. And then you have the shoulders, and the shoulders are cool. So the shoulders do this. The whole thing is on this rig that this hinge point that goes all the way across the back. See that? And then we can take the arm, and I'm just going to extend that out, and we're going to pivot that around here, just like this, and it's going to click into the back. And I'll show you that again. So you see here on this side, there's this little interlocking place. So this thing is going to swivel around like that, and then click into the back. And now you've got the shoulders from the front, and they can swing forward. And now you've got these blaster things that can be on his shoulders, or you can actually hide them inside again. You know, they still go inside. So he can be peace mode, and he can be like, I'm gonna kick your butt mode. And by the way, these are on sliders too. So you can also extend the gun barrels on the shoulder cannons. And then we've got these little side things that can also go down and do that. And so there he is in his robot mode. And then you've also got the backpack thing, which can actually go over his head. So he can further increase his I'm going to kick your butt mode. And I'm pretty sure that there's lights and sounds with this guy. Oh, we've got this. Are there batteries in here? So, you know, you can put on the headmaster head, and I think that it says stuff, except I took the batteries out. So, yeah, he's got no, he doesn't have his sound effects right now because I didn't put the batteries inside him. A lot of these guys, the sound effects things I sometimes wasn't a big fan of, so that I just take the batteries out. And in hindsight, I should have done that with all of my stuff, because of course over time batteries leak and then they ruin electronics. So you know, but I kind of now I'm curious. I kind of would like to see the battery stuff. But anyway, you know, he's got a great face sculpt. I love the robot mode. You know, this is a fantastic robot mode, and of course he can hold his Magnus Hammer. So let's give him his Magnus Hammer right here like this. There's like a little slot there, and then he can grip it with his big pudgy cartoon fingers. And so let's go ahead and put him on the other camera so that you can see him in all of his glory. There we go. Yeah, okay. Making adjustments. And switch. There he is. And yeah, this is a fantastic toy. And I love how they captured the cartoon look with such a nice transform. This is probably one of the nicest figures in the animated line. He's just gorgeous. He's fully posable. He's got fully articulated shoulders and elbows, and he's even got opening and closing hands. He's got fully articulated hips and knees. His ankles are already angled so that he can even stand with his feet apart and have his feet flat on the floor. So, you know, this is just a really, really neat toy, and just an excellent interpretation of this character. Probably one of my favorite toys in the animated line. So, Yeah, that is Transformers Animated Ultra Magnus. And also, the Machiavellic is here. A toast to the Machiavellic. Welcome, Machiavellic. In case you didn't know, we are doing viewer requests, so if you have a Transformer or other toy that you'd like me to talk about, put it in the chat, and if we've got it or something like it, we'll show it, because that's what we do. So, we got another sort of a wink and nod request from Pirate Steven, because Pirate Steven was asking us if we had Darkwing, because of course, Darkwing Duck. We love our ducks on this channel, and oh, there he is. Oh, look.
I am the terror that flaps in the night.
So we do have Darkwing Duck, but of course, if somebody's going to come to this channel asking for Darkwing. Right. Are you the terror that flaps in the night? You are. Did you want to hold Darkwing Duck? Oh, okay. Well, that's all right. This one does have a like a little hat gimmick. Oh yeah. See, the hat pops up and spins. So let's. Yeah. Look at that. I've watched all of the Darkwing Duck episodes. I don't remember that being something that he did a lot, but apparently it is important that his hat pops up and spins. So, actually, it's a pretty cool gimmick. I'm not gonna lie, I like it. I could just sit here all evening just doing that, and it's kind of like a fidget spinner. You just pop it up, click it back down, pop it up again, click it back down, and then I end up breaking Monica's toy and feel bad. Maybe I should set this down. But of course, he's not the only Darkwing that we've got here. We have also got... Here, setting up the shot as I stall and try and get things set up. We have the Transformers Generation 1 Power Master Darkwing. There he is. Darkwing. I really like this toy. Oh, wait, here, let's put the tail up. There. I really like this toy. He's a great looking jet. He's, and this is from a time when, you really saw a lot of the quality on the Transformers toys starting to go downhill. And certainly it's not the same as one of the Gen 1 Seekers, but it's a nice looking toy. It's robust, and he actually has a pretty decent robot mode, which, you can, let's see, it might be better that I don't take this out, because I'm not sure. I feel like there's danger there. But he has this Power Master engine that turns into a little minifig. I'm going to do it. There we go. Okay, so he comes out, and you take his things, and then I'm getting messages. Hold on. I have a box right there. Okay, so yes, he's also in the box right above my head, right there. So, yeah, right there. I'm looking in the camera. There it is. So that's him. That's his original box. Which, if I pull it out and bring it closer, this wall is going to come crashing down behind me. So we're not going to do that. But it's right back there, right there. So anyway, he came with this little Nebulon guy. This is Throttle. He's a jet, and his name is Darkwing. Why is his little minicon guy Throttle? Like, shouldn't it be Airstrike or Aileron or L. Ron Hubbard, or I don't know, something. But Throttle just seems like a weird choice for a name, but, you know, they were kind of stretching for names. But nonetheless, good-looking jet. Really good-looking jet. And the gimmick with Power Masters was that the Power Master engine will unlock the transformation. So you turn this guy into an engine, and boy, I'll tell you what, I do not want to undergo the surgery necessary to make that transform work. That is painful. And I guess we could imagine that the exosuits are much larger than a human body, but I'll tell you what, in the cartoon when they were showing headmasters and stuff, excuse me, it was like form-fitting armor, and then they were just transforming, and it's like, human bodies don't work like that. I guess he is an alien from planet Nebulos. Maybe he has more flexy joints than the rest of us. But it doesn't bode well for Spike, who did become the head of Fortress Maximus. I don't know. Anyway, so you take this and you plug this into the back here, and that unlocks the transformation, which means that you can do that. There's a little clicky thing. And, of course, they didn't want kids breaking their toys, so it's a spring-loaded trigger thing, and even if he's not in there, you can make it transform anyway. But it's going to be harder, and if that plastic hook breaks, shame on you. So anyway, you split the tail here, you put the nose cone up like that, and then you fold the wings up. You can even take the guns out. You don't have to take them out, but you can take them out, and if you take them out, then you can fold the wings up more, which makes him look better in his robot mode. You can tip the wings back a little bit, which is also nice. And then you can separate the shoulders. They didn't do anything to hide the robot arms. Nothing to hide the robot arms. And obviously, you know, this is just robot body folded into a rectangle, but it's a very neat robot rectangle. So I'm okay with it. And then you rotate it like that, and his head pops up when he rotates, which is very cool. You pull out the legs, you click them out to the sides here, bring them down, pull out the heel, flip out the feet, just like that. And then you click the shoulders back into place, and now you've got his arms. And now, sure, we look at this guy right now, and you're like, okay, you know, he's pretty much a brick. He's only got a shoulder joint and an elbow joint, and he's got twisting wrists. But you have to understand that in Transformers Gen 1, that was a lot of points of articulation. A lot of the original Transformers toys, you were lucky to get a pivot at the shoulder, and oftentimes that was it. You didn't have ball joints at the neck and at the hips and everything. And yeah, that was the whole selling point of Action Masters, was that they had G.I. Joe style legs that had the knee joints and the hip joints with the O-ring inside, and that was a lot of articulation at that period in time. So yeah, he may be a bit of a brick, but for the time, this was a really good looking robot. And of course, you could spread the legs a little bit due to the transformation. Yeah, you could, because of the transformation, you could have the arms go out to the side here. So I always really liked this toy, and I think that he's cool. Plus, he can combine in vehicle mode with his partner Dreadwind, which sort of sounds like the robot name for a fart. Am I wrong here? Retrobot, if you had a robot friend who passed gas all the time, would you or would you not name him Dreadwind? Thank you. Thank you for that. So, all right. So, yeah, Dreadwind is named after a robot fart, and he's also cool. He's now his robot mode isn't quite as good as Darkwing's because Darkwing got the better robot mode and the better name, but it's not bad. You take the legs here, you pivot them down here, you flip the feet out just like that. You flip the cockpit down. Now, I guess you can actually fold these in because they kind of get in the way in the robot mode. So there you go. And then you slide the shoulders up. And then you have the arms. Once again, they really didn't do anything to disguise the arms. They just have them there. But also, again, you have pretty good articulation for the time because you have shoulder joints that don't just move up and down, but they move out away from the body, and you have the elbow joint and then the wrist rotation. So, once again, not a bad figure for a late Gen 1 character. So that was pretty cool. Let's go ahead and show the combined mode because the combined mode is awesome. So I'm going to take the guns out of the fists, and we'll spread the arms out and pull these back. We're going to essentially turn him back into a jet. So we'll go like that, and then like this, and like that, and like that. And I'm going to slide the shoulders and wings down, at least for the moment. And then you take this whole thing and you put it up like that. So that's the front half of the combined mode. And then we've got Darkwing, because Darkwing is the terror that flaps in the night. And we will rotate him. His head will go in. We will flip the feet in and do that. We'll do the same thing on the other foot with the heel and the foot. Flip around the leg and get in there. Don't get fussy. Don't you get fussy. So, and now this is cool. All right, this is where it gets cool. So you take both figures and they just click together like this. And it's nice and solid. I mean, it's a good interlock. And then you take this part of Darkwing and this part of Dreadwind and you click them together just like that. And then you take this little section here and you meet it up with the tail there. And now you bring the wings down on Dreadwind. And, oh wait, here. Okay, so you have to slide this back first. Slide it back first. And now we'll put that down and then we'll slide it up and then... So put that back together. Get back together. Come on, Tina, eat your steak. There you go. So, and then you're going to take the Darkwing's wings, and you're going to spread them out like this to go straight out. And now we slide those Dreadwind wings all the way back, and they're going to kind of nest in with those Darkwing wings just like that. There we go. And so what you end up with is a combined vehicle mode. And that's cool! That's cool! Right? I mean, tell me if that's not cool. I mean, this is like 1987, I think. And here, let's go ahead and let's put them on the other camera just so that you can see them all clear and pretty. And so, yeah, there it is. That is Dreadwing. The combined mode is called Dreadwing, and it is just a super spaceship mode or something. But that is very, very cool. I always loved this toy. And then you can take Darkwing's guns and you can put them there. And you can take Dreadwing's guns and you can do something like that. And there we have him. Love this toy. Love this toy. And you know, they did more recent versions of these characters for Power of the Primes. And they turned into combiner limbs, but they actually maintained the ability to combine them in a vehicle mode like this. And I have to say, the newer versions are not as good. But, and I will continue talking about that, but first I want to give a big shout out to Nathan Fillion. Welcome, Nathan Fillion. And I don't know if Lyric is watching, but I'm just going to shout out to Lyric as well, because at this point, it seems like the whole family is at least checked in. So Connie, Cadence, Nathan, and Lyric, thank you so much for joining us. Whew. All right. So yeah, this is a case where they have redone these characters recently, and the new versions are fully posable, and they can turn into combiner limbs, which is awesome, and they still maintain the ability to turn into a spaceship like this, but they're just not quite as good. You know, they're a little bit cheaper. They're a little bit more loosey-goosey. They're smaller, and the combined mode isn't nearly as solid. You know, this feels intentional. You know, it doesn't seem like parts wanna just kind of fall out of each other. And so, yeah, I have to say that even though the Power of the Primes versions of these characters are very well done in their own right, they're not necessarily an improvement over the original Gen 1. And Jessica Cheery is here. Welcome, Jessica Cheery. So, for Jessica and Nathan and anybody else who doesn't know already, this is a viewer request live stream. So if you have a toy that you'd like me to talk about, put it in the chat, and if we can, we'll talk about it. That's it. So yeah, that is Darkwing. See, Darkwing. And by the way, the new version of this character is called Blackwing for some reason. I guess it's, like, there might be some kind of competing copyright for that name, but I can't think of what that copyright would be. It seems weird, like as though there's just some kind of other character that's very popular that might hold the trademark for the name copyright, Darkwing, but I don't know what it could possibly be referring to.
I am the terror that flaps in the night.
You know, he can flap. Just pointing that out. He can flap. All right, so that is Darkwing and Dreadwind that weren't exactly requested by Pirate Steven, but you got it anyway. So, Nearest to Stuffed Animals by Starhound. Nearest to Stuffed Animals. Oh, okay. So, I'm gonna try not to make poor Minnie get my germs all over, but I'm okay. You know, it tickles. It tickles when I start to cough, and then it keeps tickling. So here we go. This is this is Minnie Mouse, and wait, there was another stuffed animal. So, and this is Ice Bear from We Bare Bears, and Minnie Mouse is a small version of Mouse, and Mouse is much larger because it's Minnie Mouse. You see what I did there? I because her name's Minnie Mouse, and she's huge. I mean, she's even huge for a mouse, or huge for a stuffed animal. This is huge Minnie Mouse.
Ice Bear wants justice.
Ice Bear's going to get justice. I'm trying here, all right? I took cold medicine. It's not my fault. This is as good as the jokes are going to get.
Ice Bear wants his money back.
You know what, Ice Bear? You're like, okay, you're like here, and you need to be here. All right? You're here, and you need to bring it down to here. That's all I'm saying.
Ice Bear likes turtle.
That's better. That's better. So, if anybody has ever seen We Bare Bears, where can you find We Bare Bears? Cartoon Network? Is that like a Cartoon Network thing? So, We Bare Bears is a cartoon, and it's strangely addictive and charming. And it's got 3 bears. There's Grizz, who's a brown bear, and Panda, who's strangely enough, he's a koala. No, he's not. There is a koala on the show, and he's an asshole. But no, Panda is Panda. And then Ice Bear is a polar bear, and Ice Bear is by far the coolest character on the show. So yeah, this is Ice Bear and Minnie Mouse. We have Minnie Mouse, and Minnie Mouse, just so that all of you know, Minnie Mouse oftentimes occupies a seat on our couch, which means that our guests, when they come by, don't have a place to sit. And I wish I were joking, but it's true. And when Minnie Mouse isn't making it so that we can't sit on the couch, Minnie Mouse is making it so that we can't both fit in the bed. That seems to be Minnie Mouse's job.
Ice Bear has ninja stars. Ice Bear bought these legally.
Okay, so with that, I think that I've covered Minnie Mouse and Ice Bear. So let's see here. There we go. All right. So a toast to Ice Bear and Minnie Mouse. A toast to Pirate Steven, and a toast to Starhound for putting in our first 2 requests of the evening. Thank you both so much. I appreciate that. And a toast to Ashy Slashy, because Ashy Slashy is an important plush part of this live stream. We wouldn't have this live stream without Ashy Slashy. So thank you, Ashy Slashy. A toast to you. Everybody please toast Ashy Slashy. For the love of God, please toast Ashy Slashy. My life may depend on it. If there's no live stream next week, look for blood on the puppet. Okay? Just, that's all I'm saying. So, anyway. Excuse me. So, thank you. Thank you all for putting in requests. We've got another request. Oh, I'm getting a message from my finger. Tim Kangaroo. Yeah, Tim Kangaroo says he really hates that chat interface. The chat interface. We should probably mention our Discord. Wow, Tim Kangaroo, that is a great suggestion. I'm betting that Tim Kangaroo was just saying that he hates our interface, and that it was Monica saying that we should mention our Discord. So Tim, you know, it's funny that you bring that up. See how smooth this segue is? This is a good segue. So it is funny that you talk about the chat interface. Monica has created a Discord for Retrobot. We now have a Discord. And so she is pasting the link into the chat. And the way that this works, and I'm taking this on faith because I don't actually understand Discord yet, but I'm getting there. So it is a link that is good for 7 days from today. And and I just got a message saying Machiavellic joined our Discord, so I guess it works. You follow the link, and then and it's free, and it's free access, and the thing that I was reading just went away. So there we go. It's free access for our founding members. And see, what we will probably do is later on the Discord may be tied to a Patreon reward. But, and I cannot stress this enough, you guys are the founding members of this community. So if you never donate a cent to the Patreon, you will always have access to our Discord, because this whole channel wouldn't exist without you. So let me just say that again so that everybody knows. Even if we set up a Patreon and we tie membership to the Discord to Patreon, you guys always have access, because you're the best around and nothing's gonna ever keep you down. Karate Kid. Anyway, you're founding members of our community, and we love you. And so now you can join Discord, and we will probably see, we got it. We will probably, I don't know, I lost my train of thought. Guess we need to fast forward that to the part that sounds like, anyway, never mind. So anyway, a toast to Tim Kangaroo for providing us an excellent segue to share our Discord link. The link is also in the description to this video, but it's only going to work for 7 days from now. So, yeah, see? 8-bit 80s-tastic. Alright, so, next on the agenda, we have a request from the immortal Brick Woad, and I have to say, Brick, you are making an excellent request here. This was also one of my favorite toys growing up, and we both had this one, which means that I now have two. And I'm not sure if this one is yours or mine. I feel like this one might have been mine. I would have gotten it after the fire, so it doesn't necessarily have smoke damage, which is nice. But let me just set this on here and get the camera focused in on it. There we go. And there it is. All right, so Mr. Brick, Don, has requested Thunderwing, one of the coolest latter generation new characters in the Transformers universe. And I feel like the Marvel comic really did a lot to promote Thunderwing as a badass. He is, I believe, a mega pretender. And Don says he did not have Thunderwing. Really? Are you sure you didn't have Thunderwing? Huh. I thought that Don had Thunderwing. I guess maybe I didn't. Let's see. So, Anyway, but nonetheless, this is Thunderwing. He is a mega pretender. What? I'm getting messages and I don't know what they are. Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, wow. Hey, buddy. You okay? Wait here. Okay. You know what? This has happened before. There's a lot of nostalgia going on. And I think that when Don started arguing as to whether he had Thunderwing or not, that tipped it over the edge, because we're all thinking about our childhoods. And poor Retrobot he's jammed up with too much nostalgia. Let me try and give you the Retrobot version of the Heimlich maneuver. Okay, here we go. Let me feel right around. You have to figure out where the abs are, which is really hard on Retrobot. Okay, so here we go. You better? Okay, good. Oh, whew. Was that a little bit too much, buddy? Just enough? I'm a little bit disturbed by how much he kind of likes it. So, it's sort of like when you're petting your puppy and you get that spot and you're rubbing his belly, and then, he gets excited and it's like, oh, I made him a little too happy. So, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to compare you to a puppy. You're not a puppy. You're Retrobot. So, anyway, getting back to Thunderwing here. This is Thunderwing. He is a mega pretender. And what that means is that he is a smaller robot inside of a pretender shell, but the pretender shell transforms into a vehicle. And the internal robot transforms into its own vehicle that combines with the pretender shell. So here you have him in his fully combined mode. And it's pretty much your amalgamated 80s toy spaceship thing. He's got guns, he's got wings, he's a spaceship. This might be a cockpit, who knows. It's very, very plastic because he was a much later generation Transformer. But he also has this guy. And so this is the internal robot. This is Thunderwing. And for his vehicle mode, you have the wings that pop out. And admittedly, this robot and this transform, there's really not much to it. It's functional. It is a thing. It's just, it's a little guy. I actually kind of preferred putting the wings back like that. It makes it look a little bit more, I don't know, shippy. But yeah, he's just a little dude. You transform him into a robot by flipping down the feet, spreading out the legs, flipping up the head, folding in the wings, and then if you want, you can flip the back tail things out of the way, and then there you have him. And he's, as little tiny transforming guys go, he's not terrible, but he's certainly not the badass that he's supposed to be. He's just this little dinky guy, and he's got a gun, and that's him. But then you also have this pretender shell here, and of course this can function as an independent ship like this, but you never do. You always attach the little guy to the front because it's cooler that way. And you can take the guns off of the wings here, and then you can fold the wings back. Well, at least presumably you can. Oh, you know what? You can see there's stress joints right here where these things kind of catch, and it's supposed to kind of make it lock into place, but I think I might try to not bend these back because I don't want to break these. This plastic is really, really old, and it's probably not the best plastic in the world anyway. So then you have the legs here, which fold down like this. And then you can flip out the feet. And if we so chose, which we do, we can take little Thunderwing and we can fold in, see, the joints are tight on him. So we can fold in the arms, and then I'm going to kind of splay the legs just a little bit, and they're going to go down into the legs like this. Like that. Kind of bring the arms together, and then you fold the, then you take this blue part, you separate it out, and then you fold that down, and now you fold that back, and gosh, I really like to, can I do it? Oh yeah, I hated that sound, but I did it. There we go. Alright, so there we go. And now we can take the guns and give him his guns, and you can have him hold a gun, or you could leave a gun on the wing. That's fine too. Maybe give him his other gun, to like a small gun and a big gun. And so that is Thunderwing, and he has that same bad paint on the crest of his forehead that they used on the Pretender Classics. And it's scraped off very, very easily. But other than that, it's a pretty intimidating looking figure. I mean, this guy, he's kind of badass. And he is a complete brick. You know, there's like 2 points of articulation here. That's it. His head doesn't move, his legs don't move, his knees don't move, his elbows don't move. But the design of the character is really, really cool. He's sort of techno-organic, and yeah, he's got guns coming out of his shoulders. And in the Marvel comic, he actually got the Matrix for a short time. And the Matrix was corrupted and all evil, and he was all evil, and so, yeah, it was a great story. And I think that that's one of the things that really, really helped to sell this character in my mind and in my heart, is those stories of him just being such a complete badass. So I always really liked this toy. There was a later version that was done. Whoops, wrong button. There was a later version that was done, I think, as part of the Transformers Generations line, and it was small. It was well articulated. It turned into a cool ship, but it was kind of small, and it was only okay. I feel like, to do justice to this toy, it kind of needs to be bigger, and I don't know if the Pretender gimmick is necessary. It might be a case where just sort of giving it the same treatment as Transformers Universe Bludgeon. Is that correct? Transformers Universe Bludgeon, the one that's a tank and it's cool and it turns into a skeletal guy. Was that Universe? Yeah. So, that's a case where they omitted the whole Pretender thing and just gave you a really good tank mode and a really good version of that character as we remember him, with the skull head and kind of a skeletal body and samurai swords and everything. So yeah, I could see that sort of a treatment with Thunderwing that could be really, really cool. That being said, if they did something like they did with Power of the Prime's Optimal Optimus, where they did have a smaller figure that combines with the bigger figure, then I could see that too. And I would love to see either one. But yeah, so that is Transformers Generation 1 Mega Pretender Thunderwing. And I love this toy. Just love this toy, even if it is a little bit dated by today's standards. So let's see. Excuse me. All right, so what do we have next? I've seen a toy that Clay has been wanting to talk about and loves, the Machiavellic. Oh gosh, that's kind of all of them. I mean, that's sort of this whole channel. So, but you seem to be pulling out something. Oh, so I just get to make it up. All right, then there. You know what? A toy that I love and have been wanting to talk about. Oh gosh, it's such a hard question. Gotta think of something that's close on hand. What about? Let's take a look at Transformers Transformers Energon Scorponok. Transformers Energon Scorponok. I love Transformers Energon Scorponok, and he is one that actually I saw him recently at D&E Collectibles, and he was only like what, $20, something like that, which doesn't make sense because you know this toy is awesome. Let me, I've got them folded up here for storage, but let me put them into his Scorpion construction vehicle mode. So this is Transformers Energon Scorponok. Let me put it on the other camera, and you can see just how super awesome. Well, let me just move camera. And focus camera. All right, so here he is in his construction mode. And you see how they have these shovels in front of the treads, and they have the hook thing, but he also is like a scorpion tank, and he's got these big fang things, and then he's also got big claws with a lot of, you know, like, look at how those work. That is so cool. And then he's got firing missiles inside the claws. So, you know, you open these up, and, you know, if only I had some kind of something to, maybe another character to test out these missiles on. Oh, you know what? I'll pull somebody out completely at random. Hey, look, it's Wheelie. Hi, Wheelie. It's good to see you. We haven't seen you in a while. Let's go ahead and I don't remember how these fire. Oh, look, he died. Wait, no, that's not how it works. Oh, wait, I think that there's a button in here. Okay, so here we go, and we'll pull that back, and we'll pull that back, and yeah! Oh, yeah, there we go! And poor Wheelie, he's such a good sport. So yeah, you've got missiles that fire out of the claws. He actually has a sound box. The sound box was annoying and went off all the time. So I took out the batteries like within the first week of owning him. He has this cockpit that has the head, and there was I think it might have been a Hasbro exclusive or a Hascon exclusive, or BotCon exclusive, something like that, where they did him in more Gen 1 colors and actually gave him a headmaster. And I can see how that would work with this guy. But, you know, this version is already... It's very reminiscent of the original, even though it's very distinctly its own thing. You have this feature, which you pull that back, and now you have these firing guns here, and you can hide the hook so that it goes from construction vehicle Scorpion to just straight up, it's going to tear your face off Scorpion. And I think that that's pretty cool. He is just so much fun, and he has so many points of articulation here. He's got guns back here. He's got these things that would dig into the ground if you wanted them to, and he's got blades here. The colors are great. All the translucent bits play really, really well off of the grays and the greens and the oranges. I mean, he's just a beautifully designed toy. And the best part is that he transforms into stuff. So let's go ahead and show some of the transforming stuff, because that he is a transformer. So let's I don't, I would love to talk you through this process, but it's been a while since I've played with this. So I remember he has a jet mode, and I think that the jet mode is something like this, where you split the front and then you bring the tail forward and then you have it go like that, and then you have the leg things go behind it, and I think that you flip these up, and yeah, we'll flip these up like that, and then we bring the claws around to the back. And then we're going to pop out these little blade things, because, that'll create a lot of lift. That's important. And so we'll flip around this claw and kind of collapse it. And yeah, I think there we go. So if I remember correctly, that is the jet mode, and it's a pretty decent jet mode. I'll accept that as a jet mode. You can bring leave the guns in, you can have the guns out, but it's triangular, which is important for a improvised jet mode, and you can decide what you want to do with these little shovel things. You can either bend them up like that to make them more into tail type things, or bend them down like this. But whatever the case, that is a third mode for him, which I think is valid. It's not the most convincing jet mode that I've ever seen, but I've certainly seen a lot worse. So yeah, he's got his jet mode, and then of course there's the robot mode, and the robot mode is pretty kick-ass cool. So you're gonna take the legs down like this, and you're going to flip them around like this so that the little claw things are on the kneecaps, and you're going to turn the shovels into feet, and that's important. And then he's got heels in the back here, so you pull those out and you put those down like that, and then you flip this one around and you pull that down, and now you take the back thing here. And see, I love how there's a lot that you can do with the back, with the tail thing. Like, you can leave it behind him, or you can have it go over his head. And once again, of course, you can have the guns sticking out. And let's just go ahead and adjust the camera. Open the little door in the front. Flip the head out. Turn it around. Here, let you see him turning around. So there we go. Close the door, and there he is. And he's awesome. Now I have seen him transformed where people like to do this instead. Have the shoulder out to the side instead of on either side of his head. I kind of prefer it the other way, but whichever way you want it. If you've got this guy, then it's your toy. You transform him the way that you like. You can get him into a good "I will destroy you, Optimus Prime" kind of pose, which is important for a character like Scorponok. I want to do it this way. There. And here, we'll do that. Yeah, there we go. So that is him. We've got we've got great articulation with the giant oversized claws. I love that. You've got the head that's able to spin around. He's even got the clear visor, which is reminiscent of the Gen 1 toy that had the clear visor. He's got knee joints. He's got hip articulation. And best of all, he has big freaking claws. I mean, this is such a fun toy. It's amazing to me to see this toy on the shelves for like $20 when it is such an awesome toy. And I feel like that's one of those things where if people look back and they remember just how cool this toy is, then it could easily see a resurgence of popularity, and the value would start to go up, which kind of makes me want to buy that one at D&E Collectibles, even though I have this one and it's in perfect shape, so I don't really need the other one, but I can't help it. I see that one and it's like, it's only $20. I should get it. But I don't know why I need it. They did do a repaint of this in a darker, like blacks and dark grays and reds, if I remember correctly. I think that was like Energon Scorponok or something like that. But that is Energon Scorponok. This is, yeah, I loved the whole Energon line. I loved that toy line. The worst thing about Energon, the Energon toy line, was the dreadful, dreadful Optimus Prime. It was probably one of the worst Optimus Prime toys that I've ever seen. And so but barring the really bad Optimus Prime that sort of looked, I mean, he kind of looked like he had the proportions of a sumo wrestler. You know, he was kind of tubby because they shoved the sound box into the middle of the body, and then he couldn't really transform. You know, you just kind of swung the arms and legs out of the way. But yeah, the Optimus Prime was kind of sad. But I loved Megatron. I loved the Autobots. I even loved the ridiculous Autobot combination gimmick from the Energon line, where they would all kind of split at the midsection, and then you could combine them and use the lower torso of one robot with the upper torso of another, because it was fun. You could kind of experiment and see which guys worked best with each other, and so that was a great gimmick. The Decepticons, they all had lots of firing weapons and cool little snap out gimmicks and things, plus lots of clear parts and neat, intricate designs. So most of the Energon line was fantastic. And so the reason I'm saying all of this is because when I say that this is one of my favorite toys from the Energon line, understand that that is tremendously high praise from a line of toys, not so much the cartoon, but a line of toys that was to me, a true high point in the history of the Transformers franchise. And that's a lot of years. So I am done. So that is Energon Scorponok. Thank you, Machiavellic, for giving me the opportunity to talk about Energon Scorponok, because this is one that I haven't gotten to talk about much, and I don't, right now there just hasn't really been an occasion to talk about him. Oh, you know what? I think that these flip out for the jet mode, and they do something cool for the jet mode. I probably did the jet mode wrong. Oh well. So anyway, Energon Scorponok. That's a clay pick, and Amanda Maceo is here. So a toast to Amanda Maceo. And Grayscale is here. So a toast to Grayscale. And by the way, just to catch you guys up, this is a viewer's choice live stream. And oh my gosh, Osaka Jack is here too. Alright, if the party wasn't started, the party is started now. So, Amanda, Grayscale, and Osaka Jack, welcome. This is a viewer's choice live stream. If you guys have something that you'd like me to talk about, put it in the chat, and if we can, we will talk about it. So, Nathan Fillion. Nathan, I am going to toast you right now, because Nathan Fillion has made a request. He probably made it like 45 minutes ago and has been waiting impatiently for me to get to his request. And so, if you're still watching, Nathan, thank you for holding out. Thank you for your patience. Nathan requested Ghostbusters and Lego, and I have something for you, Nathan. Here it is. This is the Lego Ghostbusters Firehouse. As you can see, it's too big for me to capture on my camera. Wait, here, so we've dislodged the camera just so that people can see. I'm gonna move my light up out of the way if I can. This is inviting disaster. There we go. All right, so let's try and bring the camera around, and you can see the front of the fire tower here. There it is. And we got some demons there. And we've got the front entrance here. Look at that. Of course, the whole thing opens, which I don't know how I'm going to show that. I'm going to have to put down the camera. Let me move the camera back as far as I can. We're going to try and get this. Okay, we're in unknown territory, but we're doing it. So, there we go. There we go. We'll lock the camera down. And gosh, if I drop this, there will be so many tears. There might be a divorce. So this was I think either a birthday present or a Christmas present to Monica one year. Yes, that's right. This was not my present to me. This was a present to my loving wife, because she's awesome and has very cool taste in stuff. And let's see. I believe that there's a way to open this, but I know that there was like a hinge piece here, and there's the doors. There's doors right there. And you can see windows. And oh gosh, I don't know how to open it. I want to show you the inside. Oh, wait. Oh, I think I see. Okay, wait here. Alright, I have to be careful about how I do this. I know, this is taking a lot. I have to be careful here. Being careful is super important. So we're moving the firehouse around. There's the division point right here. Oh, look at that. Okay, so look at that. Ah, there we go. There we go. And I can adjust the light. Oh, look at that. Just look at that. And I'm going to take the camera around so that you can see all the fantastic details that they put into this set. So we've got Janine, and I'm pretty sure that's Ray. Just hanging out at the front desk. Or is that Peter? No, that's... Oh, yeah, that's Peter. Okay, that's Peter. Yeah, you can see the little PV on his uniform. And then we move around. We've got, I think that is, I'm not sure what that is. That might be a fire cabinet. So we have a fire cabinet. Down here we have the containment unit, which is very, very cool. And then you go over here, you see the lockers. Which, why is there no locker for Winston? Okay, what's up, Lego? No locker for Winston? I know, there's just not enough room. Legos, but seriously, it's like, no, poor Winston doesn't get a locker. Oh, okay, so we're also doing that. Look at that. Look what just pulled in. We have the Ecto-1, which Ecto-1 is a little bit dusty, but that's okay. And here, if I pull out this Ecto-1, oh, look at that. We have the 2016 Ecto-1. So you can see we've got 2016 Ecto-1. We've got original Ecto-1. Because we loves us some Ghostbusters in this house, and we loves us some Lego. We've got what I believe is Ray here on the second floor. We've got a bathroom. Look at that. Yeah. And that toilet is having some problems. It actually looks like it's having the problems that the bathroom had in the 2016 Ghostbusters when Abby was getting possessed. And then we've got beds. Again, 3 beds. No 4th bed for poor Winston. There's Winston. Winston looks angry because he doesn't have a locker or a bed. There's a toaster. That's important because the toaster has to dance around for Ghostbusters 2, which wasn't really very good. Let's be honest. I love Ghostbusters, but the second one was not very good. And then we have science stuff. Oh, look at that. There's the monitor that was hooked up to Louis Tully, showing the demon dog. And there's Egon, and look, they've got a Ghostbusters arcade machine and a little pool table. Oh, that's awesome. That is so awesome. Look at this. And then we've got a photography set here. Or just oh wait, that might be a coffee maker. I'm not sure. But we got a camera there. And then we've got Zool. Hi, Zool. How you doing, Toots? Yeah. Yeah, Zool's looking good. And then, of course, you get to the top. And we've got the 2016 Ghostbusters, which I'll just tell you what. I loved the 2016 Ghostbusters movie. I really did. And I'm not just saying that to like be progressive or anything like that. I just loved the movie. To me, like, I'm a huge Ghostbusters fan. And I've been wanting a modern Ghostbusters movie for decades. And I have to say that when I found out that they were doing a reboot rather than a continuation, I was disappointed. It was like, come on, we don't need a reboot. We just need a good third movie. But they weren't allowed to do the reboot. And so they had to do it, or they weren't allowed to do a continuation at that time. So, are we going to show the thing here? Okay, I have to show this. Okay, so apparently, wait a minute here. This is important. I've been derailed from my story. So we also have the pole. And so let me take Ray here, and we'll put him on the pole. He's got a little handle here, and so he can be like, look at that! Look at that! You have the pole. He can go down the pole. That's cool. So, but yeah. So I was not. I had my doubts about the 2016 movie, but when I saw it, it made me laugh. It made me laugh the whole way through, and it also gave me the feels. You know, it felt like such a tribute to the original movie. I loved it. Just loved it. Also, Joy and Jason Knight are here. Welcome, Joy and Jason Knight. Welcome to our viewer request live stream where we're talking about anything that you guys want to talk about. You just put your request in the chat, and if we can, we'll talk about it. So, yeah, that is me gushing about how much I loved the 2016 Ghostbusters, and obviously, I loved the original Ghostbusters. We came upon a copy of the original Ghostbusters back during the same time when our household had 2 VCRs in it. But I don't know, I'm sure that we bought that copy legally. And I watched that copy every day one summer, like every day. I could recite every single line of that movie, which at the age that I was, I probably shouldn't have been speaking such potty language. But nonetheless, that was my my Ghostbusters experience. I still love Ghostbusters. Very, very interested to see how the new one is. Hopefully it's good. I mean, it's got Paul Rudd, and it's got like half the cast of Stranger Things, so that's very encouraging. So we'll see what happens. Although at this point, I have to say I'm actually disappointed that the new one isn't a continuation of the 2016 storyline. Yeah, I was really looking forward to that. So, anyway, so yeah, that, Nathan Fillion, thank you, Nathan Fillion, for that suggestion. Lego and Ghostbusters all rolled up into one amazing thing. So, and Monica is saying that there is a weird delay in the video. Is my mouth, like, not synced with it? Maybe? I don't know. Yes, my finger is telling me that there's... So, is my mouth, like, not synced with the video? Huh. Well, okay, here's what I will do. I will talk like this, and then you won't be able to tell if the video is not synced with my mouth. Ha ha! See, look at how well this works. Yeah, maybe I fixed the sync. Maybe I haven't. You don't know, because you can't see my mouth moving. So, anyway. Yeah, here we go. Yeah. Oh, right. Yeah, now I can do the rest of the live stream like this. This kind of makes me look like Optimus Prime. I'm not going to wear this. Not for the live stream, at least. All right, so... And so Monica says that she needs me to close the doors on the Firehouse so that she can retrieve it. All right, so here, this is a delicate operation. This is a delicate operation. See what I'm doing? You can't see if my mouth is out of sync. I'll hand this to you. And oh, look, it's Ecto-1. I'll hand this to you, Monica. And let's go over here. So we need to close the doors on the Firehouse. Close the doors on the Firehouse. There we go. And now the Firehouse will go away. There we go. All right, so, and now I will move the camera, and you'll get to see me move the camera. There we go. And then the camera doesn't know what to do because there's nothing to focus on. So here we are. And so that's where we are at. So next thing. See how I just keep blocking the. Maybe if I do this. See, now you can't tell if things aren't synced because I'm just moving my lips around all the time. It has to sync up with something. Yeah, that's what we're doing. Anyway, the message is only telling me that Joy and Jason Knight are here, so I don't know what the next thing is. Yes! Didn't I toast? Did I not? I thought I did. Okay, I thought that I toasted Joy and Jason Knight, but if not, a toast to Joy and Jason Knight. Thank you for joining us. I thought I got that. Maybe I didn't. So, anyway, if you got 2 toasts, if I forgot you, I'm sorry. There's a lot going on over here. So, a toast to Joy and Jason Knight. Okay, horror toy of my choice, AJ Stinson. I've already made this choice because I actually before we started the stream, I was telling Monica, if you like need something to fill, then we can pull this out. This is a Candyman figure. This is from NECA Toys, and it is amazing. This is such a cool figure. Candyman, let's go ahead and switch to the other screen, and I'll get a little prop box to try and keep this thing up. Here we go. We're moving things around. We're doing the stuff. So, there we go. And so Candyman, we just watched the original movie last night, and we're going to see the new one as soon as we possibly can, because I love Candyman. When I was younger, this movie scared the hell out of me. And one of the things that I think really, really got me about the movie is that if you watch the original movie, Candyman really doesn't have to exist. Helen could just be a complete psycho. She could be imagining Candyman. Now, of course, there are holes in that. Like, okay, if Candyman doesn't exist, who's been taking care of the baby that was kidnapped and missing for like 5 weeks? But he's a romantic figure. He's kind of debonair in his own way. And there's a certain suaveness to him as he stalks Helen and asks her to be his victim. He's just, I just love everything about it. And so you have this figure that's beautifully done with these fabric clothes and everything. Beautiful rendition of Tony Todd. Let me see if, okay, we're going to try and get him to stand long enough for me to adjust the light. So here we go. We'll adjust the light. Yeah, get a little bit of light on the subject because Tony Todd is awesome and Candyman is awesome, and we want to be able to show just how awesome this figure is. So yeah, beautiful likeness of Tony Todd. And then you have these little extras here, like you have the thing where he had his chest borne open and his abdomen was filled with bees, which, that's just screwed up. Okay? Like, a corpse that's filled with bees is horrifying. And then you also have this. Let me show you this. This is a separate head that has all the bees in his mouth. And Monica told me something when we were watching the video just the other night. Apparently, he really did that. So for that scene where he's essentially killing Helen, turning her into an undead or whatever, and he has the bee, she's covered in bees, and then he's got bees in his mouth. They put like a some kind of a damper in the back of his mouth to keep the bees from going up into his sinuses and down his throat, and they filled his mouth with live bees. That is like, you know what? It's a horror. It no longer is a fake movie. Okay, that alone is a horror story. It is the most horrible thing that I can imagine. And he was, apparently, like, they tried using a prosthetic and it just wasn't looking right. And so he said, you know what, I'm willing to do it, but you have to pay me $1,000 for every time I get stung. And he got paid $20,000 for that scene. I'm not sure that it would be worth it. I mean, on one hand, $20,000. Getting stung inside the mouth 20 times with a mouthful of bees. No. So yeah, it's an easy choice for me to make about talking about my favorite horror toy, because Candyman occupies a special place in my heart, or maybe in my darkest dreams, because Candyman's just scary. So Osaka Jack says, Osaka Jack says, I wonder if Clay is aware that I catch and crush Japanese giant hornets with my... Holy shit! Osaka Jack? What? Why would you do that? Why? Why live anywhere on the same continent with Japanese hornets? They're the size of birds. They're Japanese hornets are like they're proof that God exists and that he's angry. That's what Japanese hornets are. And you catch them on purpose? Bare hands? Oh my gosh. Okay, well, this... Wait a minute here. I think I need to... This toast for you, Osaka Jack. Osaka Jack says, they never expect it, and I am very fast. I guess you are. Osaka Jack is the best around. Everyone, hands down. This one's for you. Well, crap, there's some nightmare fuel for me. Oh, gosh. So, yeah, wow. And I destroyed my tea. But, you know what? You earned it, Osaka Jack. Man. Okay, I want to see a video. Like, if you ever get a camera on that, I would love I would love to see that on video. We'll post a link or something. We'll do internet things if you ever post a video of getting Japanese Hornets, because that's just badass. So okay, so next thing, Nick Wilde and Judy Hopps. Oh, Tim Kangaroo. Oh, okay, Zootopia. So, oh, okay, Nick Wilde and Judy Hopps are from. Okay, got it. It's been so long since I've seen Zootopia that I had forgotten what the characters' names were, but which I know is terrible. But yeah, let me move Candyman out of the way. Sorry, Tony Todd, we can't make the whole live stream about you, even though it would be great. So there, we'll put Candyman back in his thing. Let's just do a little bit of there we go. Alright, so we got Candyman back in his thing because we do not want him to escape. And then we've got these guys. Alright, so yeah, from Zootopia. A movie all about the dangers and pain caused by prejudging people. So we have Judy Hopps, Officer Judy Hopps. And this is an awesome figure. This is a really, really nicely done figure. She looks great. They've done a fantastic job of capturing the movie likeness. And she also comes with a bunch of extra faces. So, which is a little bit unsettling. I'm just going to say that when you're looking at these little faces and you can like adjust the eyes. See, you can do stuff like that, like, oh, whoa, hey, is that what you're thinking? It's sort of unsettling when you look at them from the back, and I don't know why, but, oh yeah, now there we go. This is, oh my gosh, crazy go nuts. I'm crazy go nuts. So, but yeah, that's actually really cool. I love how they've done this, and they're beautifully sculpted. They're just amazingly sculpted, and I love that you can actually position the eyes here. I mean, that is just awesome. I really haven't had a chance to play with these very much, but yeah, that's cool. We've got this one, which is Judy looking worried. Oh, this is Judy looking like, oh, is that Devastator? Oh crap! And then we've got sad Judy, and it's like, it was Devastator, and now it's nothing. Oh, come on, camera, focus in on that. There we go. So yeah, there she goes. And then we've got a carrot and some extra paws. So that's really, really cool. I don't want to lose any of this, so I'm gonna keep these in the bag here. And Colleen says Judy needs derpy eyes. You know what? Wait here. Okay, we can give her derpy eyes. So if we're going to go for derpy eyes, we're going to do that and do that. There we go. Is that or is that not derpy eyes? I think that we've achieved derpy eyes. There we go. And then we've got the figure itself, which has excellent articulation. And you know what? Judy has a decent bod for a cartoon character. You know? she's got a little bit of the hourglass figure, a little bit of badonkadonk in the trunk. So there you go. This is how fetishes start, ladies and gentlemen. So we're not going to go down this road too much farther. But that is Judy Hopps. She looks great, and this is an awesome figure. And then let's go ahead and let's take a look at Nick Wilde here. Looking very Nick Wilde-y. And wait, here we gotta put his tail in. There we go. So yeah, it's amazing to me just how well articulated these figures are. The ball joints are really, really nice. The colors are beautiful. The textures are fantastic. Well, and there goes the tail. There goes the tail. Let's try and stick the tail. We're just, we're unceremoniously just sticking the tail in the butt. There we go. So he's got his tail on his butt, and but he looks good. And I love the anatomy of these figures. They didn't just kind of stick animal heads onto human bodies. They really kind of stretched and morphed the dynamics of the animal anatomy with more of an upright stance, but they still look, he still looks distinctly like he has fox feet and fox hands, and even the elongated neck that goes down to narrow shoulders and everything. So beautiful job. Of course, he also comes with little little accessories. Like, we got to get the sunglasses. Wait a minute here. We got sunglasses here. So we'll give him some sunglasses. Yeah, there we go. Tim Kangaroo wants to know what company made them. And this is Kyoto. Kyoto. So here, wait, we'll zoom in on that. These are from Kyoto. And then it even gives a name, sculpted by Matsumoto Ikairo? Am I saying that right? Matsumoto Ikairo? I'm probably butchering that name. But nonetheless, this is... that is... yeah, same on this side. So, yeah, that is who made these figures. Amazing job. Absolutely amazing. We've got more little sculpted faces here. Like, we got worried face. See, he worries about stuff too. He's not just a sly fox. He cares about things. And that's the point of the movie. Now I have to rewatch this movie. And then, it's like, oh, I get worried about being eaten also. See? It's like, yeah. I see and respect your argument, Mr. Walking Land Shark. So, yeah, that's what that face says to me. And then we've got... Oh, the Walking Land Shark doesn't want to eat me. Okay, yeah. I would say that I am very happy about that turn of events. So yeah, and of course we've got a couple different paws in here and different hand positions. So that's really cool. And I don't want to lose any of this stuff, so I'm being fastidious about making sure that it ends up back in these little baggies. And then we've also got a little stand here. We don't need to show you the stand because, most people have seen the movie. See, I said you don't have to see the stand because most people... There's a movie, and the movie is Stephen King's The Stand. you know, we don't need any feedback from the peanut gallery. Apparently, we do need feedback from the peanut gallery. All right. So anyway, that is Nick Wilde and Judy Hopps from Zootopia, and cool toys. These ones are Monica's. I have not gotten to play with these before. I've seen them. I knew that she had them, but I don't really play with them as much. Oh, and then we have that stuff. Oh, okay. So wait here. Okay, so here's what we can do. We can put them together, and we'll have a little bit of competitive. All right, we got some competitive Pac-Manning going on here, and yeah, we'll do that. And they need some drinks, so we'll do that, and do that. All right, and oh wait, before I do that, wait here. This is important. His tail fell off again. You know what, Nick? Your tail's gonna stay off. All right, so we'll turn that on, and then. All right, Judy. Here we go. And we'll maybe move this in just a little bit. All right. And Judy is doing a terrible job of playing Pac-Man. All right, come on, Judy. Play your Pac-Man. There we go. Okay, apparently Judy sucks at Pac-Man. So, there we go. I can imagine that is how they would spend time together. Playing Pac-Man, couple of adultish beverages, or, maybe non-alcoholic. It is a Disney movie, so it's non-alcoholic, appropriate for anthropomorphized cartoon animal people beverages. Yes. Be sort of like the cider in My Little Pony. It's the cider, which is absolutely not beer. It's cider. So, all of you who are thinking that they're showing My Little Pony drinking frothy mugs of ice cold, it's cider. And Rainbow Dash absolutely doesn't have some kind of a problem with how much cider she drinks. You see how by over enunciating it, I make it very believable. It's believable. So, all right. So I'm gonna put these guys back in their little baggies here, in an effort to not lose parts again. Nick, go into your bag. Come on, go into the bag. You fit in the bag. Your home is in the bag, and put your tail in the bag. There we go. Okay, so there we go. Gosh, Tina, eat your steak. All right, so yeah, we got these guys, and we got this. There. All right. So, Zootopia. So, and that was that was requested by Tim Kangaroo. So, wait here. Let me do a thing here. And we have... So, thank you, Tim Kangaroo, for Zootopia. That's good request. Very good. With a cameo of world's smallest cocktail table Pac-Man and Little Booze. So, all right. So, let's see. Oh, Deluxe Insecticons Osaka Jack. And you know what? We do have at least one Deluxe Insecticon. At least one. I never saw them when I was a kid. Never saw them growing up. Didn't see them in the stores. And they weren't promoted the way that other Transformers were, because of all of the hoops that Hasbro ended up having to jump through with licensing the Valkyrie to use for Jetfire. After all of that stuff, which is why in the TV show he's named Skyfire and he looks completely different, and they focus on his vulnerability and stuff like that rather than him being the badass Autobot Jet. As kids, we all knew it was the same character. In fact, most of us didn't even realize that there was a difference, but yeah, if you remember, the Transformers toy for the White Jet was Jetfire, and then on the cartoon it was Skyfire, and they looked very different, and the characters were very different, and that was because they only had the rights to use the likeness of the Jetfire toy for their for marketing purposes, like to do a commercial, and they had the use of the mold, but they were not allowed to use it in their media, which meant no cartoon, no, and I think no comic book. So they had a similar issue when they licensed the Deluxe Insecticons. And so because of all the difficulty they had with Jetfire / Skyfire, they didn't bother even trying to show guys like these in the cartoon. And I don't know what kind of comic book presence they made either. They're actually this is Barrage, and he is a cool toy. I picked him up very recently at was it Toy Palooza that I got Barrage, or was it Toy Hio? It was one of them, Toy Palooza, and he came broken. There's the kind of rhino horn type thing here is broken, and it looks like somebody at one point tried to fix it, but in the process they glued the joint that needs to be able to bend for it to be able to transform properly. So he's going to take a little bit of work to get back to 100%. But other than that, he's in not too bad a shape, and he's actually a very well-built toy. Now, I've seen like cheap knockoffs of this toy that were very, very, very cheaply made, and the plastic was thin, and his joints were all very loosey-goosey, but this one is weighty, and for a Gen 1 toy, he actually has really good articulation. He has leg joints and knee joints, and because of, if you get really creative with the way that he's transformed, he even has sort of a little bit of a foot joint here. The arms have a lot of articulation. Yeah, they have a complete shoulder, and then they swing up and down. So his wings move. So he's actually a very, very nice toy. And had I known when I was a kid, I probably would have sought out the Deluxe Insecticons a lot more. But like I said, I never saw them in the stores. They weren't promoted on the cartoon. They didn't make any notable appearances that I can remember in the comic book. So other than seeing them in the catalog, it was hard to even tell that they existed. I knew that they existed, but the other thing was that you already had the original Insecticons. And they were cool. They were black and purple and silver, and they looked like a team. And you know, it's, once you've got that, it's hard to then steer away towards more colorful, maybe more realistic insect robots. Which, you know, admittedly, the original 3 Insecticons didn't really look much like insects, but they did have that whole cool unified color scheme thing and cool Diaclone clear chest door thing going. So yeah, that was pretty cool. Osaka Jack says, I was actually mocked at daycare for having a weird Transformers that hadn't been on the show, but I still like them. And you know what? Osaka Jack, let me tell you that you just let me know who those kids were that mocked you, and assuming that they're still small adolescents, I will beat them up for you. Because that's what those children deserve. I will go back in time and I will kick their butts. You know, it's funny to think about stuff like that now because you're obviously really badass. Like, you don't even have to catch deluxe Insecticons because, oh, you catch murder hornets. So I feel like in the end you win. Toast to Osaka Jack, and you know, I hate children. I don't hate all children. I just hate the mean ones that make other children's lives miserable. Those children probably need to get straightened out. I'm not going to suggest how. I know how I would have done it when I was a kid, though. So, actually, the way that I would have done it when I was a kid would have been to cover my head and say, not in the face, not in the face, not in the face. So, but if I were bigger when I was a kid, then I hit a lot of kids with my Pac-Man lunchbox. I thought it was a good strategy. They still beat me up. But you know what? They knew they had been hit with a metal Pac-Man lunchbox, so... Excuse me. So we have Barrage here, and Barrage is a cool figure. And I especially was glad to find him at the last toy show because I recently did a kit bash of Combiner Wars Bombshell as Barrage and added him to my team of Terracons. Because there was kind of a secret gun mode in that version of Bombshell, and so it made for a good extra team member for the team, and I thought that was kind of a fitting thing for the Terracons to have one of the deluxe Insecticons as a member. So to transform him, he's a little bit tricky, and here's where it's tricky. It's because the feet have the insect legs folded up underneath, and it's really hard to get them out. And see, they're on this panel, so you have to pull this out, but you can't pull it out until you get these out. And that's where I think they decided to break off this piece, because this piece is perfectly suited to pull those legs out, and now you can open the door here. Well, presumably you can open the door. There we go. We can open the door. And now we can fold down these feet. And we can flip that up. And then we've got some more insect legs here. Which there's a little pivoty thing here. So we can pivot that to the side and then bring it up and bring those legs forward. And then now we're going to bring the... we're going to actually spin the arms around and fold the arms in like that, shortening it slightly. And then the fist is spring-loaded. So this just goes inside the body like that. And here, I'll show you that again. We're going to make the arm go up, fold the arm down and around, and then flip that in here. Osaka Jack says, point the toes down to make the bug legs more grabbable. You know, I tried that. I swear I was trying to do that the whole time that I was stalling, but they didn't want to move. They're a little bit stiff, and maybe years ago they were a little bit easier to move, but now they were just sticking. Maybe if I put a little bit of silicone spray in there, that might help. But yeah, they did not want to move. But nonetheless, so now we have the arms inside here, and then we fold the legs around the lower torso here. I think that's what we do. It seems like what you should do. Maybe, please, and excuse me. Seems like that should happen. Maybe I'm wrong. Okay, maybe I'm wrong. But it sure seems like that's what should happen. Oh, come on. I'm embarrassing myself. I can't transform a Gen 1. Alright, so I know that these clip around here. I know that those do that. And I feel like... See, there's these... They have to do something. They have to do something. Maybe they just do that. That doesn't seem right. Oh, okay, here we go. There we go. That's it. See, I got it. I'm really nervous about twisting these because the joints are kind of tight. There we go. Alright, so now we can take those, and that just clicks around there like that. And then we got a leg on this side. We have the other leg. You can see that this side is broken. At some point, I'm going to fix the rest of this guy. But there we go. We have Barrage, and he's a good-looking insect. You know, that's one thing that the Deluxe Insecticons had going for them, is that they had fantastic insect modes, and they looked much more convincing than the original regular Insecticons. But you know, no marketing, which is a shame because they were cool characters. And, you know, now looking back, especially looking at the quality of this one, I feel like I need to get the other Deluxe Insecticons because they are really, really cool. His head scooches backwards. Osaka Jack says his head scooches backwards. So, wait here. Oh, okay, so, okay, there we go. There we go. Got it. Okay, thank you, Osaka Jack. So, yeah, that is Barrage, and I really like this guy. In some ways, I'm kind of glad that I'm discovering him now because it's kind of fun to discover something new that existed when you were a child and think, oh, you know what? That's really cool. I want that. And so now when I can go to these toy shows and go to D&E Collectibles, I can be on the lookout for Chop Shop and the other Deluxe Insecticons, because if Barrage here is an indication of what they're like, these guys are awesome. So, yeah, and shame on anyone who ever made fun of you for having the non-purple and silver Insecticon, because, you know, that's cool. That's just cool. Look at that. Yeah. He's a cool guy. So, anyway, let's go ahead and put him back in his little baggie here. Make sure to get all the pieces. I will fix him. Oh yes, he will get fixed. And so, Monica's favorite toy. All right, so Monica's favorites. This is your favorite toy? This is the favorite toy? I mean, this is one of them. So here we go. Let's get that out of the way. Maybe tip up the back so that the camera can really capture its magnificence. There we go. This is the Starcom Shadow Bat. Look at that. This is a cool toy. And this is one that I never knew about when I was a kid. But it is, obviously it's a spaceship. It is part of the Starcom series. And so you've got little cockpits here that have that have figures. And let's see. Okay. So they're spring loaded. So you have your little dudes. Those are Mega Bloks guys, aren't they? Those are Mega Bloks pilots. It's amazing that they fit perfectly in there. That's I'm not sure, but I feel like this guy is wearing Master of the Universe armor. I'm not sure. Sadly, those are not Starcom guys. Starcom guys had magnet feet to stand on the middle parts of the ship. That is a shame. But nonetheless, it's cool that you found guys that just fit in there perfectly. So we've got these ships that come off, and like these little fighters, and they have little of course they have the cockpits, and they also have these things which make stuff happen. And I think that the fronts are also supposed to pop out. Maybe. Let's see. I know one of these works better than the other. So pull the engine back. Oh, okay. So here, let's do this. So we hit the button and give it a little bit of help by pulling the engine back. There we go. And I know that these things are supposed to pop out. Let's try the other one. Because and then with this one. Oh, there it goes. Yeah, there it goes. See? Does the thing. So that's pretty cool. Look at that. That really changes its identity very distinctly. That is a cool thing. This reminds me of something that I would see happen in a video game. Like the little triangle comes off of the ship that you're fighting, and then it morphs a couple pixels and turns into something like this. So that's really cool. This also has, it has an elevator thing that has a little rover. I mean, there's just a lot going on here, and it's got this little engine thing in the back. So yeah, that's really, really cool. I can see why this would be amongst Monica's favorite toys. Now, whenever I get a hold of this thing, I always do that. And Monica always undoes it. And let's see. Oh, there's also these. So we've also got those. And what? The back? Oh, we have this? Yeah, this thing is just chock full of little surprises. Look at that. So, you got your ships which come off and do stuff like this. And then, this one comes off, and it almost does that. We'll just set that there and let it go part of the way. And then we've got that, and look at that. It deploys it. I mean, that's a whole lot of stuff happening in one spaceship toy. That's really, really cool. if I had had one of these when I was a kid, it absolutely would have had fights with my micro men, or my micro star cruiser things, because they just seem like they would be mortal enemies. So yeah, that is the Starcom Shadow Bat ship and Parasite fighters. And this was suggested by Amanda McKayo. Here, let's put that right back there. So, a toast to Amanda McKayo. Very good suggestion, thank you. And let's see if I can get all these things back in here. So this guy goes in here, and it goes like that, and then those things go in there like that, and then this thing kind of goes together like that, and that goes in like that, and then this goes like that. You see what I did there? Did anybody catch that? And then that one goes like that, and then that's how it goes. That is how it goes. So that's it goes like that. Oh, come on. Tell me that that's not cool. Like, it would be flying along, and then these things would be like, and they're already in attack position. They don't have to see, it doesn't have to face forward. It doesn't have to face forward. It can do that. You could do it like that, but I think we can all agree that that's stupid. So yeah, it goes like that. That's how it goes. That's so. All right, there we go. So, last two requests. Oh, that was one from the 3. Thundercats, ho! Requested by Joy. Oh, okay. This is gonna be nice, because I see foil packaging, and foil packaging means that there's always something special inside. Doesn't always mean it, but it certainly implies it. So let's go ahead. That is Mum-Ra. And let's go ahead and take a look. There he is, Mum-Ra. See, you never get to see Mum-Ra in his mummy form. You always see him in the big, scary, muscly, not quite Skeletor form. But this. The whole transformation thing into Mum-Ra. I mean, that's what was made Thundercats worth watching. Because honestly, the show was butts. It was a bad show. Like, even amongst the bad shows that we all watched and we all loved, I feel like Thundercats is one of the ones that really holds up the least with time. It's like, I am Penthor. I have a secret problem that I will not talk about. What is your secret problem, Panthor? I can't tell you, Cheetara, my friend, even though I would like to. So yeah, that's Thundercats. Not really a good show. Amongst a lot of not really good shows, but really bad. But I'll tell you what, whenever this creepy thing, and this thing is scary, like this thing was arguably scarier than Mum-Ra, because anything that looks like this, that's just slinking around and getting into your crap, that it brings death with it. Like you just know that something that's this skinny, scrawny, sort of walking zombie type thing, it obviously doesn't give any shits. And so if it is slinking into your fortified cat base, that has cat tanks and cat guns and everything, and it's like, oh, I'm just a weary ancient traveler, have pity on me. It's like, oh man, you should probably like cut that guy off at the knees and send him packing, because nothing good is gonna follow this guy. And then he does the whole, make me ancient spirits, make me into the power of Mamra, and then it's like, oh, now we're all dead. Thanks for inviting the old geezer into the house with the scary bandages, and apparently he's carrying around the ashes of his dead uncle or something. Yeah, that's not unsettling. So, yeah, this is staying in the package, I assume. Oh, we can take him out? Oh, I thought that this was like a stays in the package toy. We've been trying to get around to doing a short circuits on him for almost a year. Okay, so let's see. Where can I? Well, has he ever been out of the package? Oh, okay. I'm opening. I'm opening. It's happening. So, here we go. We will open up. We may have to use this live stream as our diagram for the next short circuit, string of short circuits videos. Just do them. So, all right, let's go ahead and turn this to the mixer view here. We got Mumra. Mumra comes with an urn that contains the ashes of his dead uncle. Which, that's nice. It's nice that Mumra honors his family. So, yeah, this is Uncle Mort. Uncle Mort was Mumra's favorite uncle, and he was actually a little bit of a dick to Mumra. He was the kind of uncle that would play games, and the games always ended with him smacking you around a little bit and promising you a quarter but never giving you the quarter. So I feel like Mumra probably mixes the ashes of his Uncle Mort with his tea, or maybe with fertilizer. Not sure, but yeah, it's still, we got the ashes of Uncle Mort there, and then we've got Mumra's diary. And it's nice that Mumra got a Thundercats diary. You can see he's got the Thundercats logo there. He got that at Five Below. And it was a very good deal because it was larger than a lot of the other notebooks. And the lock does work. Actually, I'm making all that up. The lock doesn't work. It's just a molded thing. But it's nonetheless a Thundercats diary, so that's cool. And then he's got, I'm not going to take this out because it looks kind of delicate. He's got this necklace thing, and he's got another head, which looks like this is the I want to eat a meatball head. And so he's like, yes, ancient spirits, give me the power of this meatball. And then, and then he's also got his ceremonial snake thing. So he's got a snake thing here. And then let's take the figure out. I like that there's no ties in here. It's all just the molding on the packaging. Comes with a fabric cape that has wires in it, which is really cool. So, yeah, and it seems like you might actually be able to take this cape off, like the rubber molded cape. Let's see if we can do that. Maybe you have to take the head off in order to get the cape off. Yeah, Okay, so you can take off the molded cape, which the molded cape is very nicely molded. Yeah, it looks good. I'm not sure that the fabric cape is an improvement, but it's nice that they included both. So, you know, you got Mum-Ra cosplaying as what's her name from The Fifth Element? Leeloo Dallas Multipass. So this is Mum-Ra dressed as Leeloo Dallas, and then this is Mum-Ra. Wait a minute here. You know, we can. We'll just do this. And then put the head on here. So I also like that the head doesn't take too much force to pop off. Yeah. Oh, look at that. Yeah, so that is like... That is Little Red Riding Hood is going to tear the crap out of the Three Bears. Okay, like she'll show up and it'll be Grizz and Ice Bear and Panda, and she's just and you know what? Wait here. We take all right, we take that head off, and then we take this head. So now there we go. So now Little Red Riding Hood shows up at Three Bears, and it's like, Ice Bear, feed me a meatball. And Ice Bear's like, Ice Bear doesn't have any meatballs. And he's like, Panda, feed me a meatball. And Panda just runs out of the room crying. And then Grizz is like, hey, don't be like that. You know, we can be friends. You got bandages. I cut my finger once and had a bandage. So, you know, we could be buds. And that...
All Ice Bear's friends are future enemies.
And that's how it would work. So that would play it out. Yeah, so... I like that they have the fabric cloak. But I have to say that the molded cloak is nicer looking. But, you know, if you have this toy, then you get to choose. And that's what's important. You got options. So, and plus, I like that the wire allows you to put it into different kind of dramatic poses, even though all the poses seem to want to flap out. There we go. So, you know, now we got... I'm about to transform into absolutely not Skeletor. So, yeah, that is Mum-Ra being Mum-Ra. He's being Mum-Radical. see what I did there? Mum-Radical. You're supposed to help me out with stuff like this. I'm all alone. You know, you see the support that I get here from okay. So anyway, that is Mum-Ra, and a really nice Mum-Ra. You know, all kidding aside, that's a really cool figure, and I'm glad that we have him. It's a shame that we haven't gotten to talk about him more often, and I'm gonna put the head in here and put the diary in there and put Uncle Mort in there. Oh, he comes with a staff too. Wait here, I didn't show the staff, so wait here. Let's move things around here. So putting Uncle Mort back, and see you also. Okay, now I feel like that is just straight up Skeletor's staff repainted. That is that or is that not Skeletor's staff repainted? Okay, Mum-Ra, I mean, he's got Skeletor envy. You know, lots of evil villains in the 80s had Skeletor envy. It's okay, you know, Mum-Ra, you don't have to feel bad about it. It's okay, pal. You know, not every 80s villain is Skeletor. I'm going to eat your face. I will swallow your soul. And it's like, okay, well, you know, you're going to be you're just going to be kind of a dick about it. So there, we'll just put that down there. And we'll put that there. And, oh, Tim Kangaroo has it. Mom Rad. He's Mom Rad. Okay, you know what? Wait here. A toast to Tim Kangaroo. I'm trying to put this sort of together. So, yeah, a toast to Tim Kangaroo for Mom Rad. Very good, Tim Kangaroo. Last request of the evening. What? Oh, and a toast to Joy for requesting Thundercats. Thank you, Joy. Excellent, excellent request. It's good that you found an 8-bit version of the Thundercats theme. Thundercats had a great theme. They had a great theme. And, you know, you watch the show for the opening credits because it had all that cool animation in the opening credits. And you watched for when Mum Ra was going to do the transform. And then you just kind of ignore everything else. So, that's for you, Joy. And so, now last request. Last request. Shantae from Grayscale. So, Shantae, I can't show you the game. I can't show you the game, but I got to watch Monica play Shantae, and it was a delightful game. Absolutely, I mean, excellent kind of anime style. Lots of very lovingly drawn cartoon girls with jiggly cleavage. Yeah, and they were always dancing. Everybody in the game is dancing the whole time. And they made sure to animate the cleavage as it would bob around when they would dance. Which, you know, fan service is a real thing. So, and that's why I'm dancing right now. So that you can see my animated man boobs. Yeah, yeah. See, our viewership is going up right now. Oh, listed in the things that nobody wants to see. But yeah, you can see here you have all sorts of colorful characters, and I wonder if I can get that on the other camera. Let's show this on the other camera so that you can see some of the other characters that come with this. There we go. Okay, so. Yeah, you get to fight all these characters, and you get to talk to all the characters, make friends with all the characters, and go through lots and lots of levels, and you turn into a lot of stuff. You turn into different animals, and you turn into like a gopher and dig, and turn into a turtle and move slow. I don't know. I didn't actually play the game, but Monica played the game, and it was a great exploration game and platformer. And the sequel wasn't as good, was it? Oh, this is the sequel? Okay, so this one, this is the sequel. It was not as good as the original. What was that? I can open the box, and so what am I showing? So we got. Okay, we're opening the box. Okay, so we've got. Oh, so this is like a whole. This is a whole pack of stuff here. Huh. Okay, so we seem to have a Game Boy Color cartridge. It's not really playable, is it? That's a shame. That is a shame. I want this to be a Game Boy Color cartridge that I could put in a Game Boy Color and it would work. So we have that. We have what is probably a laser etched Shantae stand of some sort that I'm not going to take out of the package. And we have a Shantae card. Let's see if we can get that to show up on the camera. Look at that. Yeah, see? 7 sirens. There's the sirens, and then we are reminded that this is a limited run, so it's special. And then we have Shantae, what seems to be a collectible card game. Is that what this is? Obviously, we have never played the collectible card game. It might be fun. I don't know. But it's still sealed in plastic, so we don't know. We have the Shantae original soundtrack CD. Yeah. And we will play that on a CD player. Does the Charger have a CD player? Okay, we could listen to this in the Charger. There we go. So we could listen to our Shantae CD track, and you can see like the sexy cartoon pirate chick on the back. There she is, and then of course it's important to actually have the game. The game is important. That's kind of the point. That's really the point. So we got that, and then we've also got what appears to be this is like a reusable game case, a steel bookcase. Okay, so we got a steel bookcase, and you can see Shantae looking all flirty, like, hey, look at my bum. See, there's my bum. I got a little badonkadonk there, and then more artwork on the inside, and then lots of the characters that you meet throughout the game on the back. Very nice drawings. I really do love the artwork on this game. It's I love the character design, and I love how they put it together. It's it is a shame that it didn't seem like you were having as much fun with this one as you did the first one. And then we have what appears to be a big poster. So let's take a look here. Okay, so we have So we got an awesome fan service poster here. It looks like a bunch of Shantae characters playing volleyball or just playing on the beach, which, you know what? Okay, I dig it. Digging it. And then we have, it's a reversible poster, so we also have Shantae characters kind of doing a hula dance. And that's also very, very cool. And again, excellent artwork. I mean, you can't argue with the style and how vibrant and endearing the characters are designed in this. So that is a really cool. That was like a deluxe pack or something. Yeah, a deluxe pack for that. So that and that was our last thing, right? That was our last thing. So there it is. Who requested that again? That was Grayscale. Okay, thank you. So a big toast to Grayscale for asking about Shantae. Shantae, a lot of fun with that game, especially the original one. The other one got a little redundant. All right, and that is it. I hope that you all enjoyed our viewer request live stream. I am really glad that I managed to make it through this live stream because I can feel the cold medicine starting to wear off. So, good timing. Monica, Retrobot, and I also want to thank all of you for supporting us. Seriously, the last couple weeks have been a little bit rough. We haven't been able to create new content. We missed last week's live stream. It's just been kind of a rough time. And also at the same time, we are in the process of trying to improve the quality of the show. We're using a different camera to try and get better images of the toys and the things that we're showing. We got our Blackmagic mixer, which enables us to use better cameras than the webcams that we were using before. And we're talking to people and getting more information about the kind of equipment that we need to produce a show that you will want to watch and that other people will want to watch, and that hopefully will allow people to look at the stuff we're showing and say, oh wow, that's so cool, and be able to see it in, like I've said many times before, all its glory, because that's really what it's all about, is showing cool stuff and letting you see it in intricate detail and really get to feel like you're getting to reach into the screen and just grab it. And so we are a small channel. We are trying to grow. So if you would be so kind as to hit the thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, click the bell icon so that you get notifications knowing when we are doing our live streams and when we get some Short Circuits videos recorded and posted. And also check out our other videos on the channel, because it's not just long format live streams. We've also got a ton of standalone Short Circuits videos, and we are producing more of those all the time. So, next Friday, it's my birthday! With any luck, I'll be over this flu. That's what I want for my birthday. I want to be over the flu for my birthday. So we are going to talk about one of the most formative events of my childhood, and that is Transformers the movie. The movie that scarred a generation by killing off its collective father figure and so many of our other beloved toys. So we're just going to take a look at the original toys, a lot of the original toys from Transformers the movie, and their recent Kingdom and Studio 86 counterparts, just as a kind of, okay, this is how far we've come. We're not necessarily going to be looking at all the stuff in between, because some of those characters have had a lot of versions between then and now. But that's the plan for next week. I hope to see each and every one of you back. Also, a reminder to everyone, just in case you missed it, there is a link in the description of this video, which is that 7-day invitation to the Discord, the Retrobot Discord. So, click on that link. If you don't already have a Discord account, sign up for a Discord account, and that link invites you into the Retrobot Discord, and so, yeah. So, with all of that being said, we gotta do a refill here, there we go. So, with all of that being said, a big thank you and a toast to Dawn, aka Brickwood, Rob, always happy to see Rob, and of course Jonah Seaman, and Pirate Steven. And of course, Angry Vikings. You know, I feel like we've got a real maritime theme going here. AJ Stinson, Christopher Remley, Collini, we miss you, Collini, and Starhound, Hope Doran, love you, Hope, Connie, Nathan, Lyric, and Cadence Fillion. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. Tim Kangaroo, The Machiavellic, I like the Shantae music, so I'm gonna milk this. It's hard to do that while looking into the camera. I almost made a mess of myself. So, Tim Kangaroo, The Machiavellic, Jessica Cheery, Amanda Makeo, Grayscale, Osaka Jack, Joy and Jason Knight. Joy and Jason Knight. They're two separate people. It's not like Joy Knight and Jason Knight. You know what I mean. So, thank you once again. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for sticking with me. Thank you for continuing to stick with me and support this channel as we try to build this thing into whatever the heck it's going to be as we continue to build it. You know, sort of like you, right? Sort of? You know, as I continue to build you into what you're gonna be, right? I'm not sure he's comfortable with that, but nonetheless, you know it applies. Thank you, everybody. Have a wonderful evening. Have a wonderful weekend, and I will see you next week. This is Clay telling you to keep it Retrobot. Woo! Yeah! Just in time for the cold medicine to putter out. That's how you keep it retro. Keeping it Retrobot.